Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. I want to start off by saying thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for all of those that have been liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, I definitely encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. And I completely and sincerely appreciate it. For personal readings, all that information can be found down below in the description. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with Aries Taurus Cusp. And it's very weird with your energy because I felt this. First of all, I was having a difficult time lighting the candle. It just kept going off. It kept like fizzling off and off. And it took like almost 3 times for me to actually get it to light up. So there is definitely this sense of something that you may be trying to, it's almost like an energy of like trying to push through something or trying to go against some type of resistance. Now, when I say that, sometimes there is an easier way or a better way, let's put it that way, to get certain things accomplished. And when you it's almost kind of like an over planning type of energy, or an over analyzing a situation. And you're looking at the situation, and again guys, these are just general readings, so apply wherever it applies in your life. And it's almost like the more logical you try to be within a situation this week, the more resistance that you tend to meet. So like, let's say for instance, you have a day where you wake up and you feel like you just want to do things differently, right? And it goes against the schedule that you have prepared for yourself for this week or for that day, etc. And it's almost kind of like you're unwilling to allow any flexibility within that schedule. And it's almost kind of like when you're done, because you stuck to your schedule and you didn't allow yourself, the 30 minutes or an hour off schedule to do whatever it is that you felt like doing, you feel like exhausted or you feel drained. So there is this huge energy for you guys to kind of allow yourself to go with the flow. Allow yourself to go with the current instead of against it, because the more that you fight something that is coming from within yourself, the harder it is for you to get to that end game, if that makes any sense. So resisting the urge to resist, and taking kind of like a step back, and allowing your higher self, your intuition, to lead the way. It may not, maybe thinking, 30 minutes to yourself, whether that's you dancing or doing something out of the norm, going for a drive, whatever it is. It almost like calms you down internally, that allows you, and then it allows you to kind of reassess a situation and go back into that situation, whether this is at work, whether this is within a relationship, or whatever it is, and then kind of go at it from a different perspective, if that makes any sense. And I feel that the moment that you do that, then you start to see how, when you put your spiritual practice or your spirit first, right? You allow your spirit to guide instead of your mind, things just kind of fall into place. Everything just kind of goes, right? Everything just flows. Instead of trying to force yourself to get to that point. So one example is I've been watching this show, and I know I've mentioned it in one of the other videos, and it's called Evil, and it's in Paramount, and it's about like the Catholic Church and exorcism and things like that, or demon possession and things like that. But that's beyond the point. The point is that the guy that is in charge of it usually would take medicate, like would take some substance or stuff to kind of get him into that state, right, where he can see a vision and things like that. And the more that he would try to force a vision to come, the harder it would be without this substance. But when he surrendered and allowed the visions to come when they may, whether it was just sitting down and focusing on his breath or doing something different, the visions will come naturally. So it's almost kind of like if you listen to your spirit, is trying to guide you towards your goal, but in a way that comes naturally instead of you constantly having to fight to reach it. So there is a sense of like almost like stop obsessing over an intention that you set, because it's like the more you obsess about when is it going to come to fruition, the further away that you're almost kind of like pushing it away. So it's definitely about surrendering this week for you guys, and stop trying to control everything. The more that you try to control every little aspect of your life, the more out of control things seems to get for you. So let's go ahead and let's pull out 3 tarot cards for you guys. So we have the Ace of Coins with the 4 of Coins and then the 9 of Swords. There is something that you've been doing again that is not yielding the results that you want. The more that you go into this just from a logical perspective, there is a sense that it's like it just kind of, it's almost kind of like weighing on you, and it's almost kind of making you feel defeated to the point where you might want to give up on this. There is a sense here to allow your spirit again to lead the way in order to accomplish what it is that you want. It's not that the goal is not for you. It's not that this dream is not for you. It's just that you're not listening right now, right? You're not listening to your guides. You're not listening to spirit. You're not listening to God, the universe, Mother Earth, whomever it is that you connect with the most. Instead, you're going off of like almost like a survival type of mode where I have to get all of these things done or I'm not going to, it's like very simple. Like yesterday, I usually do Zumbas on Monday nights, right? And I was very adamant that if Zumba was ever canceled, I would have to implement something else in that time, right? And now it's just like, you know what, Zumba is canceled. That means that's a night off, right? And what happens is when I allow myself to like not be so obsessed with doing something during that hour, then I'm able to allow my spirit to guide me into whatever it is that I'm meant to be doing at that time, right? Everything is interconnected, and once you realize that and you allow things to flow, then you'll be able to see how things begin to change in your life. So let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card. Now, this can be confirmation to the reading. This can be your advice or something that you need to be made aware of that you're not seeing clearly. So one card, Spirit. Lost compass, number 37, getting back to integrity, right? And when we talk about integrity, we talk about what values, what morals do we hold, right? How is it that we view ourselves? How is it that we view the world? How is it that we want to live our life, right? And a lot of you really want to start you really want to start living your life more in the spiritual realm, I want to say, or like the spiritual sense, where you are allowing your spirit to guide you, but you're having a difficult time allowing that to happen. So maybe setting daily time to sit with yourself this week to kind of really ground yourself within that energy, to really allow you to see which path it is that you're meant to take. Well, guys, that is all that I have for you for this week. As always, thank you for your love and support. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Mwah. Love you all. Bye-bye.